All right. Oh man, my hips and legs are still a little bit sore from doing the 5K and the 21K over the weekend.
I did leg day today and then played 2 games of squash.
Yeah. Sitting like this actually feels really good on my fucking hips right now. That's all right. Anyway, the chip time pissed me off. Yeah, okay. The chip time pissed me off because like I ran sub 2 hour, but then like the distance was like an extra 400 meters on a half marathon on Strava. So my Strava time is under 2 hours, but my chip time is over.
Oh, that's what you meant. I didn't know what you meant.
Yeah, so Strava already measured me as doing a half marathon. I still had another 400 meters to go in the real race to finish a half marathon. So I was like, what the hell? But anyway, yeah, so we got 2 more videos left. This one and one more. So we're hoping to film them all today, if we're lucky. So the first one, which is this one, would be all on close range retention. Because everything I've shown so far was like keeping them at a distance, using your longer layers of guard to keep your opponent away. But not everybody plays long range guards, and you should still have close range retention if they get too close for you to be able to use your longer range guards. Also, too, this will tie in with front headlock defense as well. Or even it's linked with single legs when you get knocked down to a hip as well. So all this stuff will be in one video, and then the next video will be basically how to deal with people trying to leg lock you from guard passing when you're playing guard. So let's start with the close range game plan. So all of the stuff that we're going to go over for the close range is going to be pretty much based off of getting an underhook or turtling, pretty much. So when Mike is passing my guard, he's standing up. Whatever guard pass, let's say he pass over here. Here, right, we had all of our different layers here, right, where I try and keep him at a distance where my feet are kind of on him, or at very worst, if he drops down closer, like my knees, right? There's going to come a time where our opponent gets past our knees and past our feet. We're going to need to use underhooks to stop our opponent from pinning us down and getting our guard back or reversing the position. So as I feel my partner passing my guard, right, if I just let Mike get inside my arms and my legs, now I'm going to be even deeper in trouble, right? Because now I don't even have any inside position back. I'm going to have to fight to get my limbs back in to start my close range. So let's go back. So whatever pass it is, maybe it's Toriando where he like throws my legs by, or maybe he knee cuts, right? Whatever guard pass it is, as long as I'm facing him, I'm going to use the underhook. So like as a later stage. So let's just say Mike passes with Toriando, and I feel like I can't get my knees in. Immediately, I'm going to put my foot on the ground, but far away, and turn in. So now, even though I can't get my legs in, I want to be on my side. I don't want to be flat, all right? And I'm keeping my arms in tight to my body here. So now when Mike crashes chest to chest here, he isn't inside my top arm. Now that my top arm has inside position, I can hike my elbow up, and now, depending on what I'm doing, I have an underhook either high or a low underhook. All right, so let's go back. So over here, Mike passes my legs, I immediately get to my side, and I'm here with my arm to the inside, right? Ideally, I want this arm protecting my head, and I want to be controlling it so that he's not choking me as well. And now from here, I'm just going to use my elbow and I'm going to hike it up inside of his armpit. And then now I have an underhook here. All right. So I can use elbow frames. So like I could frame here like this as well. This is a longer range where now my elbow stays here on Mike's upper body. and I can pivot my hand to the inside as he drops in. All right. So if you don't want to just keep your arm glued to your chest, you can also have elbow frames here or forearm frames, where as they're trying to land on top of you, it gives you space in between your upper bodies here. The issue with this is he can change directions on you. So like, no, like just drop to your right hip here. And now I don't have inside position. I mean, I do, but I don't have the opportunity really to get an underhook from here very easily. All right. Whereas here, if he passes and I just keep my arm in tight, like now, it's harder for him to beat my arm and easier for me to get an underhook. All right. We want to be on our side instead of flat, because even if I have an underhook here, if I'm flat and Mike puts weight down on my arm, down towards my legs, over my arm, like now it's really hard for me to use this underhook. I'm almost worse off having this underhook than having a frame, right? So we want to be on our side here. So now if Mike puts weight on my arm, like I can still hike it up and move down and around the corner here, right? So this is just like getting the underhook, right? Ideally, we want the underhook high at first. So when I get an underhook here, ideally I want it high until I get around the corner. Like now I'm around the corner, now I can reach around his waist. But if Mike was more squared up on me, yeah, see, I want to get a higher underhook and go around the corner here. So now if Mike tries to wrap an overhook on my arm, right, it's pretty difficult. If he tries to like wrap my neck, because of the fact that my arm is high, like this arm, like he can't really face me very easily to wrap my neck.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that. That would be uncomfortable.
Right?
Yeah.
If he tries to wrap a Darce choke from here with his right arm, it's hard. No, he would go over my arm. Yeah, it's hard for him to get the angle to be able to wrap me in a Darce choke here. Once I'm around the corner, now I want to hug his hips here so his hips don't get away from me. All right? Because now from here, he can't really do any of those things we were talking about before because of me being down and around the corner. So the first thing we're going to do from the underhook is when he's like close to me is going to be like the knee twist. So we're here, he passes my guard. However, I turn to my side, I'm here, and now I get the underhook here, high, I go around the corner, and I hug his hips here like this. All right. Now from here, Mike's already leaning forward. If Mike was like sitting back a little bit, I can try and use like a rolling back to my back and use my knee to kind of bring him forwards here to expose his like weight off his foot. Let's just rotate towards the camera so your butt's facing the camera. So we're here. I want to be able to trap his ankle. So if he sets his weight back on his legs, it's going to be hard for me to do so. So I want to be bringing his weight forwards with this underhook here, right? I can even go to my back here like this, right, to expose it. But if I ever roll to my back, I need to keep my chest glued to the outside of his knee so he doesn't just try and mount me from this, right? So we're here, right? I go to my back here, right? Try and mount me from here. I mean, you're not going to step up like that. You're going to slide your knee across my waist.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you were to step up like that.
Yeah,
I would just get like a one-leg X guard or something like that. So I need to keep my chest glued to his outside of his knee so he can't slide over to mount. If he just steps over to mount, he's just giving me his legs to attack, right? So we're here. I pull his weight up and off of his foot, and now from here, I'll either step over or I can reach inside with my inside hand, and I'll lift it up, and I'll step over here like this. And now from here, I'll pull here, right? If he doesn't turn with it, it puts a lot of pressure on his knee. And now I'll bridge, yeah. And as you can see now, like I can start sweeping from here. I'm not going to go over the sweeps, but like I just want to show the pressure on the knee, right? It forces his knee from being like this to like forcing him to have to look away. If he doesn't, it just like twists his knee until it hurts or breaks. All right. So here he passes, boom, hike the elbow. Here he's sitting back, boom. And now I'll step over. If his leg is too high, I'll have to push it down with my elbow. Step, drag, and curl it to my butt here, right? And now I kind of bridge, and now all his weight's on me. So now if Mike tries to escape this position here, he's kind of trapped, right? And we can start attacking from like that coyote half guard or knee twist half guard, whatever you want to call it. So that's the first option. The second option is going to be coming up on a single leg. So just get back over here. So there's going to be times where I'm here and I have the underhook and I feel like it's hard for me to get Mike. As right now I'm able to do it, but sometimes it's going to be hard or he's just running away like he is right now, right? I'm going to come up to a single leg instead. All right, so we're here. I'm going to come up, grab his leg, and get a single leg, right? And then now from here, depending on how he defends, I'm going to take him down, right? So, yep, we're here. I'm not going to go over the finishing part of it. I'm just showing like how to use this to like retain your guard. So pressuring forward, he's close, pressuring forward. I'm going to pull his weight off his heels and drag the ankle for the knee twist. If he's kind of sitting back, so I can't do that, I'm going to come up and wrestle him from the single leg. I'll just show it one more time. So we're here, he passes, boom, here, and then I come up. Right, connect my hands, and then now from here it's a wrestling exchange, right? Pretty simple, you know. The last thing is we're gonna have the opponent circle away. Who was it?
Some girl from yoga.
Oh, I thought it was one of our guys.
No.
So
she was waving.
So we're here, he puts weight down, yep, here. I get an underhook, here, and now when I come up to a single leg, he runs away. Yep, here. All I'm gonna do now, block his far knee, step, and I'm just gonna sit, put my leg in between. Now we're in half guard. All right, so because he ran away, he gave us space between our hips where I can sit to my hip and throw my leg inside. So we're here, he pressures me forwards, I get an underhook here, I get up to my elbow, I'm trying to get a single leg, but he gets away, he might even be sprawling. Yeah, here, I realize, okay, he's too far away for me to get his legs, I'm just gonna sit to my hip. Yeah, don't go down to your knees, just stay in sprawl. Go down to my hip, and now I can catch his leg, and now from here, I can start building my frames back up, right? Start attacking from here. So those are like the three main ones. So we're trying to grab the ankle, or we're trying to wrestle up, or he runs away and we're just going to block the far leg and sit to half guard. So those are all kind of like close range. Couple troubleshooting things. If I get to this underhook position, one of the main things that they're going to do that's going to be annoying for us here is they're going to try and lift their right knee. No, lift it. And they're going to bring it across our waist and turn us away with it and go into mount. And now I just lost everything. So just go back. Because he can't turn me away with his arms very easily here. But if he uses his knee across my hips, he can turn my hips away. Yep, just do it again. Right. So if I'm here, eventually he's going to be able to turn me away with his knee on my hips, and then he's going to be able to mount me. So, like we talked about before, if I keep my hips glued to his, my hips or my belly glued to his knee, as he tries to lift it, I just keep pressure on it here, right?
Yeah, I can't.
So that he can't get it out. But if he does, for some reason, like lean away for a second to his left hip and like kind of raise his knee, immediately I'm going to switch from his hip to down to a single leg. I'm going to step it back down, just bring it back up. I might even have to use my knee to help as well, but I need to keep his knee on this side, right? And then it's the same thing from here, right? Like I start wrestling up to a single leg and all that stuff. So one more time. We're here, boom. He tries to go to mount. I block with my hips. He makes it over. I move my hips away and I grab a single leg. Scissor my legs. Get up. All right, and now we can continue attacking. So we have to like fill that space with our hips and our belly, right? That's the same with if we have the knee twist and he goes for it. So we're here, right? I'm here. I get the knee twist here, right? If he leans away and straightens his leg, yeah, now he can start bringing his knee back across the other side. Yeah, there we go. And now you can start doing it, right?
Yeah.
So now we're here. Again, I go down to the knee. I hook his ankle, and I straighten his leg, and I stuff his knee in with my knee. Try and go to mount now. It's going to be hard. Right? Same idea. We just have the extra assistance of using our inside leg as well to straighten their leg. And then the last two stages we have, if we do end up getting mounted, here is if I can bring his weight forward as he gets his knee to the mat. Here, yeah, just sit down now. No, like. Oh, okay, I'll show this one. This one's not that high percentage, but if I turn to my knees, I can just lift them up and sweep them, or I can end up in this backdoor position. The other position I can end up in is deep half. So usually if I turn to my knees like that, you're gonna like sit your weight back and off of me.
Okay.
So we're here, he mounts, I get my arm to the inside, and now I turn to here, yeah, here. So sit to your like butt over here, yeah, here. Now we're in deep half, where now I can start going out the back door, or coming on top, or whatever. Your shorts hit me in the eye.
Sorry.
Is that your fault? If he just gets too heavy on that knee, then we'll just go one leg extra. So we're here, he goes all the way across, he's just too heavy and I feel like I can't bridge. And then, I mean, you completely fell, but
Yeah, I was
just stay on your knees. And then now we're here, because he's putting his weight so heavy on this leg. Yeah, come all the way to mount. He's putting his weight so heavy on this leg because he knows I'm trying to go deep half that I can keep all the weight on that leg. And then I can go here, I can start attacking his legs. So that's kind of like briefly, because this is not how to escape mount, but that's kind of like briefly what we do if they try and mount us from here. The other thing is backstep. So when I get to that underhook position, here, one thing he might do is he might try and step this leg all the way behind me. No.
behind you.
I have an underhook on me. Right. Usually this is going to be from when they trap my ankle, is they'll plant their hands and they'll either pummel or they'll step, and now they'll backstep here, and now I've accomplished kind of the same thing where I've turned him in the direction he doesn't want to go. Right? All right. Yeah. I feel so solid when I lay on you. So we're here, and I have his ankle, right? Yep, just one sec.
Yeah.
Here we go. I have his ankle. He might try and backstep over here. Yeah. And now my underhook doesn't mean anything because my underhook is now under his butt. Right? So come back. So if I feel like he's going to backstep, go ahead. I'll lift my knee. If he continues to backstep, right, he's giving me his back. So I just bring my knee to my chest, and then he's backstepping onto my shin, which is like a crab ride hook. So we're here. Yeah, just let me hook that leg. Yeah, here we go. And he backsteps, catch, right? Now you're in crab ride.
Oh, that sucks.
All right. So we. One second. All right. Again, I'm just showing these briefly because this is not a half guard video. This is like just getting to the guard retention from close range. What's going to happen a lot of time is like when we're here and I have that ankle, right? No. Bend your, put your knee on the floor. Yeah, there we go. A lot of time what's going to happen is I catch his knee. Go ahead and backstep. Here, he's going to go back, and then I'm going to come up because he doesn't want me to take his back, right? And then we come up and we're going to wrestle into that single leg position, right? Most people aren't going to just backstep and let you take their back. They're going to go back to where they came from so you don't take their back. All right. The last part of this video is dealing with when people try and front headlock you. So if Mike is on the bottom here, like with the underhook. So a lot of time what's going to happen, let's just back up a little bit, is when they get in this underhook position, the person on top is going to get an overhook. They're going to pressure down really hard, and then they're going to start going for darces, or they're going to drop to this arm, and they're going to try and step over, and they're going to try and guillotine you from this position, right? This could be from the underhook without the ankle trap or with the ankle trap. So we're just going to go over the ankle trap one because we have a whole, I don't know how many videos it was from Turtle, where when they attack your chokes on your neck, like everything you need to do when you don't have a guard. This is going to be when we're using the close range stuff and we still have a guard and they're attacking our neck. So from this like ankle trap position, wait forward, yeah. All right, we talked about it before. I need to control this arm, try and choke me here. Right? He's not going to choke me with this arm because that would just be weird. Like you wouldn't be able to get an angle for a guillotine. It would be like a bulldog choke or something like that. But if he tries to choke me with that arm, he's just giving me his back because that would just pop out the back door. All right? Most of the time, he's going to have an overhook with this arm. Yeah. So the two main chokes he's going to try and go for is the darce, where he gets this one really deep, or this one where he gets this one really deep for guillotine. Yeah. All right. So not much of our strategy changes. All right. If he deepens his arm and he's trying to go darce choke, I get really big. Right. I can grab his wrist, scoop his leg, and now when I use this knee twist, I can load his hips onto me, come on top, and sweep him with it, right? Even if he has it, even if he has the choke on, when I land on top, I'm going to be the opposite side of the choke. It's going to put a lot of pressure on his lock, and it's going to unlock, right? Again, we talked about that in the darce choke defense video that we did in the turtle section, all right? I can use this to just make him let go too. As he does this, I can scoop, pull under. He's got a post, yeah, right? Every time he tries to guillotine me, right? I can use that to make him post his hands, either to continue the sweep or to come up, right? So the other thing, earlier stage, is as I get here, right, having my arm high, try and like do any of those chokes to me now.
Yeah, I can't.
Right? Keeping my head inside of his one shoulder or the other, try and choke me from here. Right? My head's just too much in the way. He doesn't have the angle. Right? So if he does lock these positions in, let's just start with like the darce. Yeah, lock a darce. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't. Okay, there.
I'll let you lock it. Yeah, I can still do. Yeah, you keep letting go. Don't let.
I'm gonna fall over. Okay.
Yeah, even when you fall over, hold on to it.
Okay.
Right. I mean, he's not.
I'm gonna face plant.
Well, I mean, sort of, but yeah. So let me do it to you. So we're here. Just put your arm down. I'm gonna start in the darce choke. So even if I get this, Mike scoops my front leg. Yeah, pull yourself under. Yeah, and now from here, collect my legs like a double leg.
So I was supposed to fall over.
Yeah, and now get up. And then just walk towards my legs. Yeah, this puts a lot of pressure. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Yeah, and now my lock's broken.
So I was supposed to fall. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to show, like, yeah. When he walks towards my legs, it puts a lot of pressure on the lock, and eventually the lock just, like, untangles.
I have short arms. Right?
Well, I mean, I have long arms, and it worked on me.
That's what I mean. Your arms are longer, so you're. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
My dice should be easier to lock up if I have longer arms. It's the same thing with the guillotine, right? I'm here. Let me get your ankle.
Yeah.
There we go. Here, right? He locks the guillotine. Here, he's holding it. And since I'm on the opposite side of the choke, it's not really choking me that well. So that's either rolling under or I come up on a single leg. Either or, I still end up on the opposite side of the body of the choke. So I think that's like the main things. The last thing, which is only like, what do you call it? Strategy, is like, if he just gets the hell away from me so I can't do any of that stuff, then I go back to my long range guard retention, right?
I was gonna say.
So like if we're here, right, and I'm in like this position here, and I'm like trying to like get a hold, and he just keeps running away from me. Like I can start bringing my knees in, and I can start getting my feet on him, and now we've used our long range guard retention, right? So we're using them together. So I think that pretty well covers everything for close range guard retention. Cool.
That was right on time.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna do one more video.